Hi. Yeah, Thursday morning. Yeah, yesterday I think you had a few problems with the sound. I hope it's going to be better today. I think I know what happened there, and it won't happen anymore. Yeah, good day today. Spurs won well last night. They put Gillingham to the sword 5-0, and Celtic beat Alloa 2-0. So yeah, the old boys are happy bunny today. And but yeah, I think you all know I do Insanity, and I'm going to be teaching it soon. And it always catches me out because like Insanity is a 60-day program, and the first half of it is pretty tough. You know, you have 4 weeks of like sort of workouts at about sort of 40 minutes. And at the end of the 40 minutes, you're a pool of DNA on the floor, and then you have a week where sort of like stretching and sort of like wind things down a little bit. Then in the last sort of 4 weeks, it cranks up into what they call Insanity Max, and the workouts then are about an hour. And well, the cardio one is over an hour because you do 48 minutes of cardio, and then you do 16 minutes of ab work. So that is a real tough one. And I always forget how much it takes out of me. It just absolutely does me in. And before, first thing in the morning, I have all these plans of what I'm going to do. And just that sort of hour of doing Insanity completely and utterly sort of does me in. And the whole point, I think, with Insanity, and this is worth noting for people who are who are going to be doing my class, is that it's a good thing and a bad thing in a way. The good thing about it is it doesn't matter how fit you are, if you do the whole thing properly, at the end of the 40 minutes, 60 minutes, whatever, you should be totally spent, totally done in. And to me, that's the way it should be. Yeah, so, it looks, I think it's going to be starting on the 5th of October. There's going to be one, and then it's going to be Wednesday and Friday. I think there's going to be one Friday that's going to be difficult for me to manage because I've got to go away on the course, but I'll tell you about that later. And the first day will be free for everyone, so just come along, give it a go. And if anyone really likes it and they want to sign up for like the whole term, which will go through to about the 13th of December, I haven't worked out how many weeks that is yet, and I'll work out some, some little bonus prizes for you, some gift or something that I can give you that make it worth your while doing that, and that makes it easier for me because then I know exactly who's doing it and who's not. Yeah, good day today. Lovely, went out for a lovely run. Um, I was out for about an hour, and I was thinking about. Like I said yesterday, I do like this time of year, and today is the 22nd. Yesterday was the equinox, so today's it's the first day, I suppose, when we're getting more darkness than light. Really, that's how it works. And yeah, I can find that difficult, but I don't know. I think I've got my head around it this year. But yeah, that there are sort of kind of bonuses with it. I mean, there's the wonderful fruit that I mean, everywhere I look now, there's apples and pears and things growing on the trees, and yeah, I mean the allotments that I run past, they all look to be pretty full. So there's a lot of abundance, and we are lucky in this country that we in some countries where they have to scratch to make a living. Where the soil's very rocky, or they can just have to live off straggly sheep, which they're the only thing they can raise in their farms. And and so that gave me a cause for a bit of gratitude. And I was thinking as well that I'd said the other day about how I had a couple of problems. One with an individual, which I won't talk about anymore. The other one with a company, and I wasn't very happy about it. But I kind of felt like I was kind of stuck. So I had to go with it. And I started thinking about. I think you're probably all picking up that I'm quite interested in Eastern, well, very interested in Eastern religions, and Buddhism in particular, but there's also aspects of Islam that I'm quite drawn to, and that's going to be controversial, but yeah, I'll talk about that on another occasion. But I was thinking about Taoism, which is quite it's probably I think it's the biggest religion in China, and it's one of those ones. It takes a lot to get your head around it. It really does. It's a lot of these things. It's like the old Zen thing. The old Zen man chops wood and carries water, and after Zen man chops wood and carries water. But it's totally different, and it sort of almost about that sound of one hand clapping. But there's something in Taoism which appeals to me, and when you're in a situation where you're stuck, it's like if you sort of think about yourself being like a river, and a boulder rolls into you. It's a huge boulder. It's so big that as a river, you have to go around it. Well, in the first instance, or the first few years, you might think, well, the boulder's won. Boulder's won. It's dropped into my path. I've got to go around it. But anyone out there who's got a lot of knowledge of geography or geology will tell you that eventually the river will erode slowly but slowly. The river will erode the rock till eventually it's just a pebble, or eventually